the jury find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. We, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. Not guilty. Not guilty. Not guilty.
Not guilty. The right to self-defense in America has been reaffirmed. Kyle Rittenhouse, congrats, son. Folks, we just saw the verdict of a kid who defended himself in a lawful manner, and he is about to win the series of the largest lawsuits for defamation probably ever. And you know what? I'm going to spike the football a little bit on this one. This was a kid who went to Kenosha to provide medical assistance and help clean up the mess of illegal rioting, looting, and destruction. Yes, he happened to bring a gun in case he needed it. It's a good thing he did. Also, not a crime, clearly as it was dismissed by the judge. Look, I carry a gun almost all the time, wherever it's legal. Not because I'm looking for a problem, but because I seek to avoid one. You don't have a fire extinguisher in your house because you want a fire, do you? No, you have it just in case there is one. Kyle's situation was no different. Now, a lot of people in the media made this about the fact that Kyle had a gun and therefore we need stricter gun laws. Really? Then how come no one is talking about the fact that the reason Kyle fired his gun was because a guy who had a domestic abuse charge, shouldn't have even had a gun in the first place, pointed his gun at Kyle? Why don't we have that conversation? No, we don't have that conversation because it doesn't fit the narrative. But for the left, and especially the media, this was never about justice. This was always about enabling a social justice monster to run roughshod over good order and discipline. Kyle was just in the way. Now, they burned a city to express outrage over a police shooting a man armed with a knife resisting arrest on an outstanding sexual assault warrant. Okay? Now, Kyle Rittenhouse was attacked by this mob and defended himself. The media couldn't have had anything that countered their mostly peaceful narrative, so they attacked Rittenhouse. In fact, the acquittal of Rittenhouse meant that all the riots, places, all the places like CNN called mostly peaceful, were not actually peaceful. So they tried to destroy him. Well, Nick Sandeman, hold my beer.
This is white privilege on steroids.
Hannity says he hasn't seen evidence that Kyle Rittenhouse is a white supremacist. Well, there's a picture of Kyle Rittenhouse posing with some Proud Boys.
There's this theme of white wannabe vigilantism.
If any black or brown person, any Latino 17-year-old boy or any black 17-year-old boy had been trolling the streets of Kenosha with an AR-15 type weapon, we all know what would have happened.
Just stop. You people are making yourselves into bigger legal targets. Stop. Okay, this went all the way up to then candidate Joe Biden as well. Last year, he tweeted out a campaign ad writing, "There is no other way to put it. The president of the United States," Donald Trump at the time, "refused to disavow white supremacists on the debate stage last night." Now, the ad shows a photo of Rittenhouse labeling him among the so-called white supremacists. Well, Joe, after your colonoscopy, I'll look for your apology a little bit later. But this should have never been in the courtroom in the first place. I'm generally a pretty measured guy on stuff like this. But this prosecutor right there with his finger on the trigger, pointing his gun at the jersey, a la Alec Baldwin, should never have taken this to case. I mean, he should have never taken it to trial, and he should be disbarred. We've all seen the evidence now, and we know it completely contradicts the media narrative. Here is the key moment where we should have all agreed that it was completely obvious that they didn't have a case.
When you were standing 3 to 5 feet from him with your arms up in the air, he never fired. Right?
Correct.
It wasn't until you pointed your gun at him, advanced on him, with your gun, now your hands down, pointed at him, that he fired, right?
Correct.
Case closed. Self-defense. But like flies to a turd, the media ran cover. They even let this is insane, folks. They even let the same guy go on their shows and say the complete opposite when not under oath.
My arm was being vaporized as I was allegedly pointing my weapon at the defendant. It's completely inconsistent with the physiology of my wound that he would have shot me while my weapon was pointed at his head.
So you're saying that you actually you weren't pointing your gun at him. Is that what you're saying?
That's absolutely what I'm saying, yes.
He and his flesh hoops are lying right there, clearly, because he's not under oath there. If you ever needed any proof that the mainstream media has absolutely zero, big donut hole, zero credibility, Here it is. It's on a platter. Every person on those panels, on that show, who worked for the network, they all watched this trial. They knew exactly what the guy said in court, under oath. No one challenged him. Now, the media rushed to the defense of a bunch of criminals. These are them. Look, convicted sex offender, convicted of domestic abuse. The guy who was shot and lived, charged with domestic abuse. I mean, these are not stand-up citizens. Okay, 2 of them were convicted criminals. The other charged with a litany of offenses. But this is who the left in our country is propping up. Prop up criminals and condemn someone for defending themselves. Well, justice was served today, and the left lost because they're almost never on the actual side of any real justice.